essentially this documentary that was going to be made about me. I already said all this publicly, by the way. This is no new information. But the documentary was going to attack it from the angle of, well, here's everything everyone says about Phil. Here's all the reasons people hate Phil, right? But in reality, are any of these even that bad? Even if they all were true, all right? Let's assume everything's true that everyone ever said about Phil. Is any of it really that bad that people should really be, like, hating him so much and wishing him harm and doing the things they've done to him and his family members and all of that, right? And, you know, going through all of that, saying, look at all this stuff that happened to Phil, and analyzing it in that perspective, like, what's really going on that people hate Phil so much? Like, what is the reason? And it was gonna basically look at it from, like, that perspective, which would have been a new one, because most people have never attacked it. It's just, oh, here's all the things people hate Phil for. Are they true or not? Instead of, well, you know what? Whether or not they're true or not, maybe it doesn't even matter, right? Perhaps people should just stop being fucking insane. The things that people accuse me of or are so angry about aren't actually that bad. Like, honestly, really, let's say, for example, you look at all the things said about me, that I used to be a racist and say horrible things in my commentary, which I don't anymore, but I used to, let's even say I used to be a racist, which I wasn't, but let's say it was true. Let's say I spent ridiculous amounts of money on mobile games and didn't tell anyone, right? Let's say, what's the other ridiculous one? Because there's like 3 or 4 big ones, right? Let's say they're all true. Every single one of them. Are any of those a big deal?
April 2024. Witness 30 days of misery. Begging. Verbal abuse. Gluttony. Entitlement. More begging. And delusion. Welcome to Bacon Sweats. I love the smell of bacon in the morning.
Basically, you know, we didn't even hit the $50 tip skull, okay? Pull the shirt out and, you know, there you go. Anyway, so yes, I can tie a tie, and we have them. Now, it's silly because people are like, will you have a tie goal on your stream? By the way, just unties just like that. All you gotta do is pull it. Will you have a tie goal on your stream? Probably not, unless people really, really wanted it, right? Right? I don't know why people would care so much about a tie goal on the stream. If we were gonna do a tie goal, then it would replace the vest, basically, right? We do gunner glasses, hat, tie. I guess if we hit 200 bucks, then we would add the vest or something like that. Do you really think that when I'm playing Alone in the Dark, that we're gonna be hitting $200 in tips? I don't. We didn't do that ever in like months and months. I don't think we're hitting that, you know. But I think, you know, it was just something silly to show you that I have it. Yes, I could still tie it. A good tie too, Nautica. It's a Nautica tie, and you know, from a bygone era of my life where I used to wear this kind of stuff all the time for work, right? 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 There you have it. Okay. BB Phil did another super chat and said, do we donate for shots? Do you drink if you die in a video game like in a drinking game? How will it work? Or do you just drink if you feel like it?
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
For the few that did contribute, thank you. We'll try it again on Wednesday night, and we'll see what happens. All right? I'm going to be honest. I would like more people to show up, engage, and support with my streams. Not that I play the game, and there's like 4 people who talk with me all night, which is what happened, basically. The same 4 people kept talking. But anyway, thank you for those who were here. You were a good audience. I do appreciate that. And I hope that you will return, and we'll see what happens on the next stream. I'm you know, interested to see what we find in this nameless village. Here's the thing. If the streams are going to continue like this, then obviously, you know, I got to do something else. I can't do a stream where I make $5. When I was doing Street Fighter as a night stream, it almost always did well. All right. When I was doing other games as night streams, they do well. I'm telling you, it's RPGs. It's exactly what it is. It's RPGs. RPGs are the issue. It's not me.
Is it the game's fault, people? No, it's not. It's DSP. That's the problem with all his shit. It can't be him. In his mind, it can't be him. All his problems in life, everything that has happened to him, and this goes for all lolcows, because it always seems like it's the same shit. They always want to blame their trolls and shit like that. Hey, fuck you, talking about trolls. Always talking about trolls, and trolls. The problem is Phil. It doesn't matter what Phil plays. Phil can play whatever. His ego's so big, I think he should play WWE Champions, but he won't, because then he can't have like the trolls one up him. Like, bro.
Oh my god. Every stream, serious is like, It's not me. Dragon's Dogma 2. What do you think about it? If you don't think the game's good, why? Is there something I can do about the playthrough to improve it so people will actually show up and engage and support with those streams? Or is it destined to be a game that people just aren't going to like? And if that's the case, why? Because I really want to know. Because remember, I was going to play Rise of the Ronin. I was dead set on playing Rise of the Ronin. And you guys convinced me otherwise and said, no. I remember the day I was sitting right here. And I said, what would you say? Everyone, DD2, 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 DD2. Everyone wanted Dragon's Dogma 2. Everyone asked for it. And I said, all right, I guess I'll change my mind. I'll listen to your opinions. I'll do what you want. And now here we are playing it. And now people are like, nah. So what happened? Right? Where is that discrepancy? Is it a problem with the game? Is it a problem with my play style? Is it a problem with both? Is it a problem with the time slot? I want to know.
Day in and day out, you expend energy turning something as simple as playing video games into unnecessary tedium. This is DSP gaming. You have gaming paraphernalia behind you. You have gaming references on your overlay. And we're just sitting here discussing YouTube analytics. This is what his content is to me now. The gameplay's not existent. It's just him sitting there and creating tedium in front of a camera every single fucking day. Who wants to come to fucking YouTube, right? Who wants to come and load up on their laptop? Who wants to go ahead and load up the app on their phone and just to deal with tedium? Like, maybe if, I don't know, maybe because your life is so fucking void of meaning and purpose and structure and discipline and autonomy that you need to create it just so you can have some, you know, some sort of value in your existence. But we have to deal with this shit in the real world. Shit is weird. It's not even autistic, man. It's just weird. Fucking weird.
Stereotype the dollar says, play what you enjoy the most and stick with it. Your most enjoyable playthroughs are where you genuinely enjoy and are immersed in a game. When your mind is preoccupied with views and support, it makes your streams hard to watch. I agree. I completely agree with you. But, you know, it happens because it's a business. I have to keep my eyes on the pulse of what's going on in gaming and what you guys want as content. I have to do that. It sucks because this is my hobby. It's what I have passion for, and I hope that comes through in the content.
Doesn't.
But you're right.
You
On
have
a
a
night when
passion
I'm
for
looking at it, I'm
making
like,
money,
dude,
bro.
I'm enjoying the game. I got good progress. I unlocked a new class. I'm kicking ass. I whooped the Minotaur's butt. Wow. Everyone in the chat is disengaged, and I made $2 tonight. We can
This
focus
dude is
on
such
Elden
a
Ring.
money-hungry
You say, okay,
whore.
what do I got to do to
Yo,
get
I
back
got a
into
great
this game?
idea,
Where was
y'all.
I with the build?
Listen to
Where do
this.
I got to go next?
What if
we can figure this out?
he could
instead
make all
of,
his
when I boot
viewers
up Elden
opt
Ring, we have to
into a
talk about this
credit
for
card
half an hour.
program?
You see? That's why I
So
love the show.
DSP gets direct
Honestly,
access
that's why
to your
when people say
credit
to me,
card.
do less of the
That
podcast,
way,
do less of
he can
talking,
just
more
take
gameplay.
as
I'm like,
much
you're an
money
idiot.
as he wants.
That's the dumbest thing I would possibly
every
do, because it would
stream he
take
does.
away from the gameplay.
Dude,
You
that
have
sounds
to
like a
talk
great
about these
idea.
topics during the gameplay.
That way
That's
you can
the
be
point
like,
of having
well,
this show.
you
So
wanted
thank you for that
this,
feedback.
right?
I
So I decided to take
absolutely agree with you.
$300 out of your
100%.
fucking
I
account.
don't like
Because, you know,
talking about
I
this,
played this
but
for
it's something
you.
You got to figure out, what are we going to do with the
I mean,
future of
it
the
sounds
channel?
like it
What do
will
people
work.
want to see?
That's what he
has to be in
wants,
the
right?
rotation?
Shit.
Because I keep listening to feedback, and the feedback's all over the place. Play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Okay, I play it within 20 hours. Man, this game sucks. It's boring. Drop it. Do something else. Okay, I will. The ad revenue is very low. It's not great. All right. If the people who are watching the content on demand were becoming members regularly, renewing those memberships, doing super thanks on the videos as they watched them, okay, that would be different. But what I find is the vast majority of people watching the videos on demand literally just watch the videos on demand and that's it. And that's old YouTube, right? That's why the vast majority of people who make YouTube videos don't just make on-demand YouTube videos anymore. They diversify. They have streams. They have other projects. They have product placement. They have advertisements. They have referral codes. They have sponsorships. They need that because you can't do it like that anymore. That formula doesn't work. The reason why I split my parts up the way I do and number them and not just put out an archive stream that's just a raw 5-hour lump is because I respect and appreciate those who still watch my content on demand. I want this to be digestible for you. I want this to be watchable for you in a series, in order, with a thumbnail, with a nice title, so you know what you're watching, right? So that's really the problem, is I get it. There is an audience for this stuff, but sadly, I don't make my living from that. I make my living from the streams, from the contributions on these streams, the super chats, the memberships, gifted memberships and tips. This is what keeps me afloat most of the month. What's it going to be? I don't care. I'll play either game. I really will. I was liking Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I really was enjoying it. And then I stopped playing it because people were telling me they were bored to tears. I had an insanely low attendance for a daytime stream. Everything was telling me stop. So I did. Okay? You have to come. You understand? You have to show up when I play it. Not scream about it, say you want it. And then when I play it, the stream is dead. Everyone's complaining that no one likes it. It's boring. Like, what's the point then? Because that's literally what the feedback that I was getting is, this game sucks. It's boring. It's not as good as we thought it was going to be. And I was shocked.
He's going to be in this house being a fucking lifelong hermit. You ain't doing shit. You ain't taking your wife to the zoo. He's just going to be here being trash forever.
You won't attack me in here.
He ain't running out
hear
of
him,
time.
he's
Come
even here
on, man. You make him sound like he's 80. He's ass.
How people are so easily fooled really, really gets me, because this happens in every walk of life today, that people are advertising to you and you just don't get it. Like, you think that it's some legit form of entertainment or a testimonial. It's a paid advertisement. Today is Wednesday, the 3rd of April, 2024. Only 3 days away from my birthday, by the way. Last night, I did a random stream of a whack-ass game, and we had great attendance, great support, great everything. It's not me. Whenever I go out of my way and I try something different, and we have a fun, wacky stream, everything goes fine. But if I play an insanely long, droning-on RPG, people fall the fuck asleep. Enough. Enough is enough. So I'm drawing the line. Tonight, we're changing things. Okay? Real John Cena did a super chat, says, why don't you play with a friend? Well, we already answered this. Open the social menu. I'm not social. I'm not a social person. Why would I open the social menu?
He'll usually just block you and run away. So
it is canceled. It's not, oh, it's delayed or whatever. The documentary is canceled. I don't even get past that first step. You know what I'm saying? I don't even get past that first step of, oh, let's go past the step of, oh, we did a co-op together online and we had some fun playing Apex Legends or whatever. Let's now extend that to personal life, have personal conversations. I don't want to go there. I just don't. And I'm like, but Rich, we have no relationship. I'm not your friend. We don't have any kind of interactions, right? Why would you bring me up? Because it's toxic shit, and I'm afraid. I am afraid. I'm afraid. What's to stop history from repeating itself? I'm not going to answer the same question 700 times, but thanks, real John Cena, for the super chat.
Lifelong hermit.
Do you have time for friends? Like, how many friends do you have? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't have time alone for my direct family here. Why the fuck do you think I'm looking out there for friends outside? Like, what? I don't have time for that shit. I really don't have time for that shit. I'm busy enough as it is, and I'm happy enough with my life. I don't need to search outside of what I have for additional relationships. I'm happy with my wife. I want to spend more time with her.
Bye.
She's beat.
The idea that you just wouldn't have time for your social obligations, your social relationships, even not even social obligations, like relationships. It's fucking bizarre to me. It's more than bizarre. It's fucking worrying. It's completely maladaptive. It's not how you socialise at all. The idea that someone would be like, if you find out how to make friends, and you go, don't need friends. I'm too busy for friends. I don't. Even the busiest of us finds time to, like, see our friends and fulfill social relationships, and I can't. Crap, that's just, like, that's mental. That's, like, actually certifiably worrying.
Honestly, when it comes to like throwing a big birthday party, throwing a wedding party, and a big anniversary party, a lot of the times, I feel like that's more for appearances or more for the other people than the people who are really involved, right? Like, honestly, my wife and I had a very, very small wedding. It was just us and a few small-time family members and friends at my parents' house. We're just getting married, and then we went and had a dinner together, and that was it.
The reaction when they touch, like, you can tell they don't fuck, dude. They've never had sex. Unless she was nailing him and he's like the submissive in the relationship, I can see maybe like then like he just like pats her the way he did or some shit like that. He must be getting pegged or something. I joke about that shit, but like that shit might be for real. That dude getting pounded by a freaking cat. He ain't fucking her, that's for sure. That's for sure.
And that was nice, and we will remember that. It was such a nice dinner, and we will remember that forever. Like, just thinking about it makes me so happy, and I tear up thinking about it, because it was such a nice little small personal thing. Honestly, I think that was better than the big weddings. I've been to big weddings. I had 2 friends and coworkers over the years. I went to their big-ass weddings, right? I think that our wedding was better.
There's too many red flags going off there. They ain't fucking. You cannot convince me that they fuck. At all. The way he just like talks about her, the way the contact when they're sitting next to each other, like how they like they're not leaning towards each other, they're leaning away from each other. Body language is one of the biggest telltales of all time, dude.
I much rather have a small knit time. It was about me and Kat spending time together, as opposed to, oh, there's a zillion people showing up and everyone's fucking schmoozing and drinking and eating and dancing. Oh, you gotta dance now and you gotta do all this shit. Like, what? No.
She's like leaning away, he's leaning away. She's not even making like ever like looking at him. She'll do like a quick glance and then go back to the TV. Like, yeah, something ain't right, dude. There's trouble in paradise. There's trouble in paradise.
Because we got to spend time. That was, I mean, honestly, that was the last time we got to spend together on any kind of a vacation. It was 5 years ago, you know? Since then, it's just a lot of work, a lot of stress, a lot of financial shit. And, you know, we haven't really got to do anything again. So it's nice to know that we got to spend that week together just doing stuff for us. It wasn't for a ton of friends and family getting together and shit. I feel like that's what a lot of people lose when you do. We have to have a giant birthday party and everyone shows up. We have to have a giant anniversary celebration. Everyone shows up. A giant wedding. Who's that for? Like, who are you trying to? Why are you trying to show off? In a lot of cases, if you think about it, these people spend so much money on that. Couldn't have that have just gone to something better? Imagine if all the money that you spent on the wedding, probably like tens of thousands of dollars or more, if you just gave that to the couple. Instead of having a giant wedding, just give some money to the couple so they could start a nice life together, right? No, let's blow it on having this big to-do, and everyone could talk about how fancy we were because we had a big wedding, you know? I just think that's really stupid, in my opinion. Now, you could disagree, and that's fine, but to me, it's like, I think that's a waste. I don't even understand that. Who cares about social norms and showing off for the fucking people? Who gives a shit, right? Yikes. Okay. I'm not like other people.
He's a miserable cunt.
And I think that when the sooner people realize that, right, that I am not the same as other content creators, that's when things get better. I cannot do the same things other people do. I cannot be successful the same way other people are. I just can't. I'm a completely different animal. All right. Been quite some time since I wore the M. Bison hat, but I figured this would be the appropriate game for it. It's time to put the dick back in Dictator. You know what I'm saying? The problems I've been having on this channel are not me and are not the audience. It's the games. And so, no more Dragon's Dogma 2, no more Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, none of that right now. All right? Maybe we'll get back to those later in the year, but people want a break from RPG content on this channel, and I'm giving it to them. Okay? People speak with their views, their engagement, and their support. Okay, I'm back, and that took way longer than expected. They were over half an hour late. But the test itself took like not even 10 minutes. They just had to show up, and now they're here, they tested, we're good. It was super obnoxiously loud, so I'm glad that I wasn't trying to play the game during that. It would have not been good, but we're all set now. So sorry, I know we lost about 40 minutes of streaming. It should have been 10, but they were late. So what are you gonna do, right? That's life, I guess. All right, well, let's get back into it. You have to come. You understand? You have to show up. The stream is dead. Everyone's complaining. No one likes it. It's boring. Is it a problem with my playstyle? RPGs are the issue. It's not me. I want this to be digestible for you. People fall the fuck asleep. Yikes. Enough. Enough is enough.
He's ass.
There is absolutely nothing special going on today whatsoever. Just a normal day. Everything is just the usual around here. And nothing out of the ordinary is taking place. To get the day started, I'm going to gift 5 memberships myself.
I'm going to gift 5 memberships myself
to the community immediately. So let's do it. Boom. I'll have some more memberships to gift out. I'll give them out later today. Maybe around the halfway point of the marathon, I'll toss them out there. Okay? Cool. And by the way, just shut up about Stellar Blade. I never want to see anyone mention it ever again. You guys are really just annoying me with that shit now because you know I'm not playing it. So stop mentioning it. Okay. And by the way, it's not my choice. It's because people won't behave in the chat. And I'm not going to sit here and act like some kind of a fucking babysitter to people who are going to just act completely immature and disgusting in the chat if I played it. That's why I'm not playing it. Seriously, that's the reason. So you can stop talking about it now. I'm not playing it. Okay. I am not a perfect human in any way, shape, or form. I am very flawed. I get very angry, and I get very opinionated, and I get very full of sometimes rage, sometimes, you know, a rant, right? I play Street Fighter, I start freaking out, right? And we get that. There's those moments. But I'd like to feel like at least the general vibe on this channel is a very positive one, a fun one. I don't seek out drama. You know, take a look at the Rich situation recently, where people come to the channel to tell me that he's doing bad. Aren't you happy? Aren't you reveling in it? No. I don't want to hear that people are having a bad time, even if it's people who've wronged me. I wish everyone the best. I want them to all be happy, because I feel like if they were, they would leave me alone. Everyone would just stop attacking each other and being gross to each other if they all had a good life situation. I have no desire to go out and attack anyone around me because I'm happy.
Get the fuck out of here. We do not want you in the Street Fighter community, and we never did. If you ever try to pull that shit again and make a personal insult against someone, we will expel you from this community, whether it's online or it's in person forcefully. This is my statement, and I'm sticking to it.
DSP still talking?
Right? I'm happy. I have content I like making, content that's meaningful and not toxic and doesn't hurt anyone, and I get to make a living making that content. How cool is that? I don't have to attack others, do fucking drama, slander, gossip. I can just do fun, positive content with all of you. That means the world to me, you know? So that's what I want to do on my channel. I don't want this to be a toxic, awful place, you know? I hope that that comes through in the content and that you guys feel that way, all right? Because I certainly feel that way. It's funny because when you hear about people who are called lolcows, right? Of all those people, right? How many of them are that because literally that's what they want? Like, the reason that there's always drama around them is because they create that drama so people will pay attention to them so they can continue to be relevant, correct? I'm the antithesis of that. I don't want that. I want to be outside of all drama. I just want to hang out and have fun with my audience. I don't care about any of their shit. You know what I'm saying? I want nothing to do with their shit. Yet people keep trying to pull me in and bring me up, and you know what I mean? And like, I don't have nothing to do with any of you. None of you. I want nothing to do with any of these this community of bullshit and toxic drama. But they all try. They know what it is because I'm the one who doesn't do it. I don't play their game. Everyone else has. You know, to some extent, the Wings and the Boogie and even LTG and Keemstar benefits off of that shit, right? So they all want me involved in it because they know that the dollar signs come from it. I don't want to do that at all. I want to be, wow, there's a new me in a party hat emote. Look at that. Look at that emote for today. Very nice. So this is a Korean barbecue platter, okay? Obviously you got white rice and spicy barbecue pork, okay? Then we've got seasoned golden potatoes, this kind of unique rice noodle that I don't even know what it is, but it's seasoned interestingly. And then we've got macaroni salad down there, okay? Look at that. Look at that piece. Looks good. Sweet. It's got a sweetness to it, but it's got a little bit of a different flavor. Almost like a tanginess. And by the way, I will shout out contributions after I've eaten a bit here, just so you know, because I saw a tip come in. All right, so this is my birthday cake this year. No cake this year, but instead a brownie with some peanut butter. Let's see. Exactly, bring out the fine china to eat your birthday brownies on. It's such a big deal, right? Such a huge deal. Jade, welcome back. Call me with a mouthful of brownie. Are you still talking about paper plates? Seriously. You really want to talk about paper plates? You're that stupid. Someone actually still talking about paper plates in the chat. I mean, you want to be the most detail-oriented idiot. I'm sitting here at the end of my birthday marathon and being nice to people, asking, what did you like? Someone actually talk about paper plates again. Wow. What's my birthday wish? I don't have a birthday wish. I never did that. I never said make a wish. Like, what am I wishing for? It's my birthday. I'm already having a celebration. What else am I wishing for? Right?
He's 42 and can't cook chicken. Dude, did you hear the way he was shitting on his wife for the icing on his brownies? Oh, it's not done yet. This and that. Imagine talking about your girl's cooking like that on a stream of hundreds of people and her being cool with it. We already know she watches the streams. Imagine your wife watching your stream, Serp get it, watching your stream of hundreds of people and you're sitting on there shitting on her cooking. Tell me you wouldn't be on the couch. I might not be alive. I might get killed in my sleep talking like that on the internet about my woman or something.
I like a lot of things about you, but the thing I like about you the most is consistent and reliability. How consistent and reliable you are. I know that you're streaming every day ahead of time. I know that you're there without fail. I can't name a single other YouTuber I follow that I could say that about, and I don't know how you do it, but it's appreciated. You don't know how I do it. It's very simple, because I treat this like a job. I have to do that. It sucks, because this is my hobby. There's so many other content creators out there who are, let's be honest, younger than me. They don't take it seriously. To them, they're goofing off, especially when they're much more popular than someone like me. They think that they could just fuck around and skip a stream or just jerk their fans around, and they're so popular nobody cares, right? To me, this is work. Even though I absolutely have fun with it, it's my job. I treat it just like any other job.
I don't know what to do. Guys, can you help me? Chat? Like, God, you fucking suck, dude. Like, yo, he talks about it's his job. Like, he's lucky there's no boss above him. He get fired. Dead ass. He just shows up on camera. Here I am, guys. You tell me how to play the games. Give me money to play the games after you tell me how to play them. And if anyone talks out of line, I will ban you. Fuck him. Right?
If I start becoming unreliable with you guys aren't going to come back. Right? You're going to get tired of that. You don't want to be pushed around and treated like dirt and told one thing and then, oh, sorry, he's not reliable. Why would anyone even show up to a stream if they can't rely on someone to show up? And then let's also be honest, what happens is if you lose that kind of reliability with your audience, now you got to pull stunts and shit to try to get people back, which I don't want to do, right? I want people to come here for the consistency of the content and to know that they can come to DSP Gaming or DSP Reacts or DSP Throwback and get the content that they like as per the schedule, and it's not going to falter. Every once in a while, something does go wrong, correct? Every once in a while. But there's not much I can do about that. It's just extenuating circumstances, right? Yesterday, I lost an hour of gameplay of Elden Ring because there were supposed to be inspectors and testers for my alarm coming here, and they were half an hour late. It's out of my control. For the most part, I do my best. It hurts me when I can't deliver. For example, do you remember Halloween? I had COVID. And when I had COVID, I couldn't be here for Halloween. And the whole week I was out. I wasn't streaming. And we missed the whole Halloween marathon. And a lot of people love that Halloween marathon. To them, it's a tradition I've done every year for like a decade. And to not have it actually upset people. And I know why. It upset me too. So that's why I work hard to try to be here for you guys and live up to the promises that I make. All right? And I promise, I commit to you, I'm going to be doing that stuff. That's what I'm here for, man, I want to be able to make that content for everyone. You know what people told me during COVID? That because I'm so consistent, that I became a constant staple for them, and it was relieving because everything else in their lives was unstable. That things were going crazy outside of life with this COVID shit, but I was the one who was here every day streaming just like normal, and it made it feel at home and safe and normal at a time when nothing else was. So, hey, if it's not that like I'm intending for that, but you know what? If it helps people in that way, then God forbid that I change it. I want to be here like that as long as I can. You know what I mean? So I'm glad to know. I'm glad to know that people appreciate the work that goes into it because it's a lot of work. All right, guys. Last chance. Anyone else? Right now, I'm happy.
That is some straight bullshit. You got to be kidding me. I know that you didn't just say that with the cameras rolling. That's bullshit!
So, here's someone saying, lots of your fans want there to be a top super chatter leaderboard. You said this is not possible because of the different currencies. How about this? Super chats are made with US dollars, euros, and British pounds are eligible for the leaderboard. Euros and pounds are more valuable than a dollar. With those, you know it's slightly more than the amount would be in dollars, so you don't have to convert a less valued currency amount to USD. This might be unfair to those who don't live in countries in those currencies, but I'm sure the majority would like to change. Even then, if you were to say, get a 10 euro super chat, treat it the same as a $10 super chat. Sure, it might be unfair to Europeans, but at least it would allow you to easily put a top super chatter in the leaderboard. I could. If people really wanted that, we could do that. And the thing is, that's going to give less people opportunity, right, to really get highlighted. Because if you remember, the way that I do this leaderboard is, yes, we do top tipper, but we do last super chatter, which basically means when people super chat, they're always going to get highlighted on the leaderboard unless there's like 10 super chats in succession, boom, 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 right? So, yeah, like the way I see it, I like this because it basically think of it this way. Most people who tip, all right, are usually coming in here to do some pretty significant contributions. We get some pretty big tips. I would definitely say we get way more big tips than we get super chats. Okay, not to say that I'm not appreciative or that we don't get super chats that are big. We do sometimes. It's just not as often. Usually people who come in to do super chats are just tossing $1, $2, right? Maybe $5, and that's great. And again, no problem there. But the biggest contributions are usually coming in as tips, right? So doing a top tips leaderboard makes sense. When literally the vast majority of super chats I'm getting in a day are $1, $2, $1.50. Right? Maybe $5. Does it really make sense to have a top super chat leaderboard? What ended up happening is if one person does a sizable super chat, they're on there all day and nobody else will get that recognition. Right now, tons of people get recognition because of the way I set it up. But listen, I could change it if people were interested. Again, you're right. The currency conversion has always been the thing holding me back. It's annoying that YouTube doesn't do that. And therefore, I can't really, tell the difference. Like right now, I couldn't tell you if a euro, a pound, or $1 is more valuable. I guess you say that both the euro and the pound is more valuable than the dollar, but how do you discern between? I don't know. I just have to lie or guess, and there's going to be mistakes made then, if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, there'll be situations where I think one thing's more and it's not, and then people will probably complain, right? So it's really on you guys. Let me know if people think that that's a good suggestion. Hey, start doing top super chat instead of last super chat. That's something that I'd be willing to try. I don't know how well it's going to work, but let me know. Now we can get to tips, and we start off today with a $1 tip. I received a $50 tip from Lisa Lou. Cool. So now guess what? It's Gunnar Glass's time. Already. Excellent. I like those kind of streams. Could you do a boxing with the king where you train to fight another YouTuber? No. I'm not a complete jackass moron who doesn't have content to put on the internet that anyone enjoys, and I have to do a publicity stunt in order to get people to watch me. I actually have content people like that's legitimate, positive content. I don't need to pretend to punch someone in the face in order to get any kind of popularity on the internet. I don't seek out drama. I wish everyone the best. I want them to all be happy because I feel like if they were, they would leave me alone. I have no desire to go out and attack anyone around me because I'm happy.
I heard him the other day talking about he was bullied in high school. I'm like, because in the real world, when you run your mouth, actions have consequences. But now you hide on your stream behind your bubble and talk shit on everybody, and no one can touch you because you're hiding on the internet because you're internet. Yeah, fuck that dude. I won't say but I'll say fuck that dude.
I received a $5 tip. Oh, I received a $1 tip. Okay, anything else, guys? Any other questions? Well, I guess we're winding down here for the podcast, which is perfectly fine, unless anyone else has anything else to talk about. Why did you start talking about what is going on every day? You're talking about Tony Barnhill. All right, this is a guy who I was cool with back in the day in the Street Fighter community, right? I haven't talked to the guy in like 15 years. Why do you keep bringing him up every day? I don't even know where he is. I hope he's happy and alive, but I don't know. You know, why do you keep bringing him up every day? What the hell is that about? Like, can you relax with that shit? Why don't I find out a person from your past and just name drop them on my stream every single day in front of all the people, right? How would you feel? So I think you should chill out with that shit. I don't know why you keep bringing him up every day now. It's starting to get annoying. Okay.
You see what happens when you tell people business? Because you see what happens is that even me and everybody else in between could go out there and we could talk about a whole bunch of things. Why? Because you invited us to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this fucking guy's agenda is. He's talking about financial analysts, and then he's bringing up old people from the Street Fighter history. Like, what are you talking about? It's starting to get annoying and frustrating. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Anyway, let's continue. When he's talking about a financial analyst, I believe he's talking about a troll. He makes videos tracking the amount of tips and super chats that you get with a spreadsheet. That's hilarious. Here's why that's hilarious, okay? Number one, you have absolutely no concept of how much money I make whatsoever. When you go to one of those things like Social Blade, it's completely wrong. That website has never tracked anyone's income properly at all. I can tell you firsthand because I go there and I look at it. And I'm like, that's not even close. And it never has been. So you can't believe those websites, okay? If you're trying to track tips, you have no concept of how many tips I make. Because, yes, I do get chargebacks all the time. No, I don't publicly talk about them because it's no one's business and there's no reason to talk about it. It's just a natural thing that happens in the course of being a creator. Yeah, a lot of the tips that you see publicly end up being charged back, and there's nothing I can do about it. Sometimes you fight them, sometimes you don't, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's just part of the grind of being a streamer, okay? So you can count every single dollar as if I get it. I don't. There's also a ton of fees and things involved with every single transaction. I don't get everything you see. When someone does a super chat, I don't get that whole super chat. It's not like on Twitch, where on Twitch you get all the bits. You don't get all of that in a super chat. If someone did a $5 super chat right now, I only get a cut of that. I don't get all of it. So tracking it means absolutely nothing. You don't know shit. You're just an idiot. You're wasting your fucking life because you're a loser. All right? So all these morons who believe they know what they're talking about, they don't know what they're talking about. They're just moronic, okay? So that's why you don't pay attention to any of the bullshit that they do online, because it's a waste of everyone's time, including theirs. They're only trying to stir up drama. They're trying to act like they know something that they don't, and they can get fucked. Really, like they can screw themselves because they're just a waste of everyone's life. So if this really is detractor shit, I don't care about those people, okay? BB Phil, I'm not saying that's what you were referencing. I'm talking about this person someone's talking about. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about idiots like this who do this kind of shit. That, you know, for years and years and years, these idiots say, oh, I know exactly what DSP makes and this and that. You don't know shit, man. You really don't. I said right now, my memberships, they're completely shot. You know, my memberships got destroyed when all the fake ones started coming in January. And quite frankly, I'm way down. Like I said, as of the other day, I only had about 300 memberships on the channel. Legit. And, you know, I went from having anywhere from 700 to 800 regular legit memberships to 300 because of that. Like, that, you know how much that hurts me? A ton. You know, that hurts me significantly. And that's not something I'm not getting back right now. You know, it's going to probably take months and months to try to build that back. I can't ever put a leaderboard of saying how many members I have, because at any moment someone could try to gift fake ones and that skews the number and it's meaningless. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what I mean. People, oh, I know what he makes. No, you don't. You don't know anything. You're just a fucking idiot. Mouth drooler. A fucking loser. Go do something positive with your life for once. Really. If this is what you're doing with your time, here's what you should do. Go make a ham sandwich and go give it to the homeless. Go donate at a fucking soup kitchen your time to help people. Go clean up yards. Go clean up litter. Do something. Because if you have this much free time, you could be helping the world, but instead you're being a scumbag on the internet and you're wasting your time and being toxic to everyone around you. You're a waste of life. Go do something with your life. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Wow, that guy's an asshole. I'm glad I got rid of him. What a jerk. Okay.
We're not pathetic. We're not obsessed. Because again, we're only doing this when we're on the internet. When we choose to. When we have time to. You guys have to be on the internet. Do you get that? You have to be on camera. If not, you can't pay your rent. You can't eat. So how are you going to look down on us when you have to do this? Come on, guys. Running, uploading to a social media account is their business.
I'm also going to get rid of the guy whose name is Ploppy McShitto, because I'm pretty sure he's not well-intentioned. Let's get rid of him, too. Cool.
Life has a way of like not fucking DSP over. So DSP fucks himself over. DSP is responsible for like the neglect of his social relationships and being a toxic asshole and pushing people away and being a negligent cat owner and all that stuff. Life did not do that to him. We did not do that to him. Detractors as a whole are the consequence of Phil's behavior. Phil fucked himself over. Because life was like, I've tried, mate.
My wife's work schedule changed this week. It was supposed to be one thing. We were set in. We even had our day planned off for Wednesday to celebrate our anniversary. And then it just changed completely, flipped on its head. And it threw a monkey wrench into our whole plans and schedule. And I don't know if she's going to want to do the co-op on Wednesday night, nor am I going to force her to. I know now we've been talking about doing this for 2 weeks and it's still not happening. It's like, it's life. It happens, right? Like, it's not going to make sense if she's in a bad mood or all tired out from work and coming in here to try to do a co-op playthrough. You know what I mean? I'd rather have her come in refreshed and ready to go and excited for it than feeling like, oh, we just got to do it because we said we were going to do it, right? So let's see what happens. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a good night. I will see you all in the morning. Peace out. Go do something with your life. Jasper, say hello to the camera. He never looks at the camera. Oh, he looked at the camera. Nice. I am so happy that I decided against doing a documentary about myself this year. I don't know when I would have done it. We're now in April, and I feel like things may finally be starting to just get back to like in line and normal. And we're at the 9th of April. I was supposed to start filming for this documentary a month ago. I can't imagine how my life would have gone. I'm not even kidding. I think it might have been insanely disastrous for everything, for the channel. Already the channel was suffering from RPG overload, and now I was going to be juggling a documentary. Like, I think I really, really did the right choice there, thankfully. Did you see Review Tech USA has deactivated his Twitter? It looks like your trolls became too toxic for him after he decided to pick a fight with them because you decided to cancel the documentary. You want to know the funny part about that? I know absolutely nothing about that at all. I don't know anything about him arguing with my trolls because I canceled the documentary. Like, what does that have to do? What? That doesn't even make sense. So I canceled my documentary for various reasons. As I've explained to you guys, the reason I canceled it was twofold. Number one, I did feel like I was biting off more than I could chew. Especially with everything going on right now, I wanted to launch the Throwback channel this year. I wanted to bring my wife into my content again in some capacity. And with everything else going on in my life privately as well, also balancing that with a documentary, it felt like it was going to be too much and the documentary was going to end up sucking. And what's the point of doing it then? The other half is, as I've told you guys, I feel like the only time that I should do a documentary is if I feel like I absolutely need to tell my story to the world and it's near the end of the story, right? Why do a documentary if it's not done yet? The story's not over. Well, why are you documenting it? It's like it's still in process, correct? And I feel like I am. I'm in the middle of a lot of stuff going on, that the process will be different over time. So why do it now? In addition, if you didn't notice, when I announced the documentary, basically who rejoiced? My trolls. It wasn't my viewers. It was just basically people who trolled were loving, oh, this is great. We're going to get all this inside info on Phil's life that we can use to hurt him. And we can make fun of him even further forever. Rather than being, oh, this is fascinating. We'll get to learn about new aspects of Phil and get to find out more about what his life is like and what he's been through and his journey and everything there. It was more like, haha, more ammo to razz him and hurt him and do whatever we can to fuck with him and harass him, right? So when that happened, I was like, I think this is a bad idea, and I think I made the right decision, canceling it, okay? I have no clue what that has to do with Review Tech USA. The only thing I can say is, as we all know, Rich has been a man obsessed with me for so many years and used me not only as the butt of his jokes, but as a way to get cheap content, right? It's not intelligent stuff that he does in regards to me. It's him constantly razzing my accident in 2016. Yes, 8 fucking years ago. He still acts like it's something that happened yesterday, okay? He's constantly bringing up nonsensical stuff so that he can get attention from a very dumb audience, very stupid fucking people who like that, and then throw money at him for doing it. So it's like the most lowbrow, easy mode way to get attention from dummies who will then throw money at you because they're stupid. And he does it all the time, right? So the only thing I can think is when the documentary was going to happen, Rich was probably happy because he felt he was going to get a lot of content out of it. And then when it got canceled, he got pissed off because he thought maybe it was because of the trolls that I canceled it. And so he's angry at my trolls. That's literally the only thing I can surmise. I don't know if that's true because I don't watch Rich's content or follow him at all. That's the only thing I can think of. Okay? Now, I have no idea how he has any involvement with any of my trolls whatsoever. I don't talk to my trolls. I ignore them. As you know, I don't even know who they are or anything. I pay no attention to any of them. So I don't even know anything about them. Besides what you guys usually tell me in the chat. That's it. So to respond directly to this comment, did you see Review Tech USA deactivated his Twitter? No. Why wouldn't I know that? Because Rich has always maintained an incredibly toxic Twitter. And what I mean by that is he would always post up dumb shit on his Twitter. Like really lowbrow dumb shit for idiots. And it's one thing if you just do it to your audience, but anytime he would tweet me in a tweet and then do that, I would, no exaggeration, end up with hundreds to thousands of the most brain-dead idiots tweeting me for a day. Now, I use my Twitter for business. I need to be able to post up my schedule. I need to be able to read important things. I can't have my feed filled up with a bunch of fucking mouth droolers, which is exactly what would happen every time he tweeted me. It was a bunch of like degenerates would come out and start tweeting me nonsense all day long that I didn't ever want to see. Okay? So I blocked him ages ago. And apparently he had a hissy fit about it and bitched all over the internet. I got blocked by Darksydephil. So over the years, I tried to unblock him, reblock him, unblock him. The latest time that I tried to be nice to the guy was a year ago. I heard that his family members, I think his daughter, was like ill and not doing well. And a lot of people told me about it on my stream. So I reached out to him with an olive branch. On Twitter, I DM'd him and I said, I'm really sorry to hear about that. I hope that things get better for you. Genuinely, it's not, I don't dislike you. It's just you caused me too many problems with the way you act. And I hope that your family members get better. To which he said, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Then he literally later that day went on his Twitter and made a bunch of negative posts about me. The same fucking day. So after that, I was like, I've had enough of this guy. And I blocked him. And I was done with it. After that, I was just... And that's it. So I have had zero interaction directly with Rich in about a year. I don't care about the guy or anything. And as I said, I don't wish the guy harm. I know apparently he's going through a really bad time right now with a fallout with his editor and a lot of people crapping on him and hating on him and stuff. I know nothing about that. All right. I don't know why he's picking a fight with my trolls. If anything, you would definitely think that he would have learned from my situation that every time that you engage trolls, you give them power, and that just makes them get worse. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Like, why would he have engaged the trolls? I don't get that. That's exactly what they're looking for. They want you to talk about them, to engage with what they're saying, to engage with their content. That's how they milk you more, right? I mean, this is not rocket science. This is common knowledge at this point. So you just ignore them. You just go on with your life. And I've had a lot of success in the last year, just completely ignoring all this nonsense around me. And I'm just having a good time now in my own content. So no, I don't know that he deactivated his Twitter. I never saw anything of value on his Twitter. Usually it was just toxic shit he would post up for dumb reactions from idiots. And then they would flood my timeline. So I haven't really looked at his Twitter in 100 years, nor do I care. I don't know why he would have engaged with my trolls. That really sounds incredibly fucking stupid that he would have done that. That's just asking for trouble. And I want nothing to do with the guy. I wish him the best. I hope that things get better for him. I don't want anyone to be in a bad way, but I just want to be completely separated from this man and anything he's involved with, because he doesn't seem to be able to have like a normal, mature attitude about anything. Every time that I've reached out to him to try to be fair, or let's have a civil conversation. Let's just be respectful to each other. He immediately turns it into drama and something for personal benefit. So I want nothing to do with the guy whatsoever. Zero. I would rather never hear about him ever again in my life if that was possible. Of course, I know it's not. I know people can't help themselves. They got to bring him up in my content and shit. I just want nothing to do with the guy. You know what I mean? I know absolutely nothing to do with this man at all, if possible. Okay? Fair enough? I hope so. I hope that makes sense. I hope you all understand where I'm coming from. Again, I want nothing to do with nonsense at all. I just want to be free from drama. So I don't see how, engaging with dramatic people who every time that I have an interaction with them cause drama is anything beneficial to me or this channel or the content or the people watching. It's nonsense. Okay? Fair enough? Okay, good. It's sad because I wish that there were reasonable people out there. It just doesn't seem like there are any. You know what I'm saying? Like, every single time that I've tried to be reasonable with people about, hey, you want to have a conversation? You want to have a No, everyone just wants to use me and my name for drama purposes to get a rise and to get money. That's all it is. They want the attention, the clickbait, the money. They can't resist it. So, it's stupid.
I like big dicks. I like big dicks. I like big dicks.
Yes! Yes! Yeah! Yeah! Yes! Give me those big rewards. Thank you guys for chilling with me as I attempt Helldivers 2. Please support the stream if you enjoy this kind of multiplayer content and want it to stay in the rotation. I would really appreciate that if you would. Every match is a little different. Like, one match, I joined and I just started and someone kicked me. And I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not voice chatting. I was playing as a team. It kicked me anyway. All right, whatever. So I joined another match and one of the dudes was literally trolling everyone already. He had already been there. It wasn't like he joined because I joined. He was already there and people weren't reviving him. And I was wondering why they weren't reviving him. And then they revived him and then he killed the whole party. It's like, wow, what an asshole. Just a quick reminder, everyone, if you contribute in any way tonight, It is greatly appreciated. I promise you I will give you a shout out as long as it's not some kind of an insulting troll comment attached to the contribution. Thing I can do. This is such trash gameplay, see? Do you want to teabag me, huh? You can go fuck yourself, fucking idiot. You're a trash player. You're a trash player playing pattern cami, online with lag, dropping half my moves, and you're going to teabag me? No, you're going to get blocked, and I'm never playing you again. You fucking idiot. What a loser. What a fucking loser. It's the same shit over and over. I told you, cami 100% stops Dalsim. And if I can't even get one drive reversal out of the corner, I'll never get out of the corner. So there's no point in playing the match. There's literally no point in playing the match at all. It's just a waste of my time. I'll just move on to the next and ban the person who wants to teabag because they're a piece of human dog shit. I'm not wasting time with them. Washed. So how do you get to that now? Because you guys showed me previously how to do it, but I don't know how to do it. How do I see my matches and ban a person? Is it profile and history? This is them. Yep. Okay. How do I block? View their details. There it is. Block the fucking troll idiot. Okay. Go fuck yourself. Alright. On to better people who actually want to play the fucking game. And not abuse their awful online connection and play their pattern cami and win again in the easiest match for cami in the game. Good for you. See, I'll finish all ranked matches, but I'm not going to waste my fucking time in casual matches with that shit. Were you fucking nuts? A troll who wants to teabag because you're a fucking loser playing a pattern purposefully with your bad internet connection? Go fuck yourself. What a waste of time. Well, thank you, 672, for a super chat. Shut the fuck up about rank, though. I'm not playing that now. And Mr. AG107 did a super chat and says, go to a tournament. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's never happening. Oh, excuse me. Okay, let me stretch my legs because I'm tired. Guys, if you like the return of Street Fighter 6, please support the stream in some way. For those who have, through super chats, or the membership, or a couple tips, thank you. I would appreciate any kind of contribution tonight. Remember, the reason that I'm doing this, alright, is very simple. Very simple. Because I want a variety, because you guys are telling me you were tired of too many RPGs. So that's why I brought back the salty Street Fighter Nights. But I hope you were having a good time. Please support the nights if you enjoy them. Okay. Oh. Alright, guys, let's keep it rolling with Dalsim. We got about, roughly like 45 minutes left. Again, thank you for hanging out with me tonight, guys. And if you guys could support the stream tonight somehow, I would appreciate it. That was a good one. Oh, come on. Don't tell me it's the same one. I really don't want to play this fucking person again. It's too exhausting. Yeah, fuck this. I'm serious. It's too fucking exhausting. I don't want to play a fucking Cammy again. That's the hardest fucking fight for Dalsim. I don't want to do it again. I just worked my ass off winning the first fucking set. It's no instant fucking rematch. In a tournament, you beat them, they're out of there. I'm not fucking playing you again. I don't play anyone else but another fucking Cammy playing the top tier shit. I can't do it. It's too stressful. Way too fucking stressful, dude. Oh. Get that shit out of here. But I mean, I give the Cammy props. That's not a bad player whatsoever. That was a very good Cammy. But it's too much for me, man. I'm too old. I'm too old for this shit. I can't be fucking playing ultra top tier every fucking round. I need a break. Please give me a break. Give this old man a break. You're right, it's not a tournament. It's a fucking casual play, which means I can quit whatever I want, do whatever I want. That's absolutely correct. It has absolutely no meaning whatsoever. You're right. Thank you to everyone chilling. And for those who did support the stream in any way tonight, I appreciate that. Another JP. Is it the same guy from before, perhaps? It probably is. No, it's a troll. It's a fucking troll. So I'm just going to block them. And then we're going to play again. There you go. See you tomorrow for Elden Ring and Alone in the Dark. Peace out. Okay. There will never be a virally popular game that comes out of nowhere that I decide to play and will blow this channel up. It will never happen. There's too many factors of negativity and bad understanding against me on the internet. People who won't give me a chance. People who will say, oh, you know, everyone else it's okay, but when Phil does it, it sucks, right? It doesn't work. So you gotta trust me over the nonsense of the viral shit on the internet. I'm 42 years old. How many other streamers out there are 42 playing Helldivers 2 and going viral? It's not gonna happen. You gotta relax. I mean, I feel it. I feel like people, especially in my audience, get so caught up in all of this nonsense. The hype, the viral popularity of a game that's a flash-in-the-pan success. Helldivers 2, for 2 months, has been the top of the charts on Steam, correct? That's good. I hope that it has longevity. I seriously like the game. It's certainly not perfect. But again, this is a game for a certain style of gamer, a certain kind of audience, and a certain kind of content creator. It's not for me. This is just for me. This is just one game to casually play along with all my other games. And it'll fit in for a while, and then it's going to get dropped likely because it's not going to be that interesting, right? Okay? So, you know, it is what it is. And you got to accept that and understand it. I just think that people have been really, really demanding in the last 6 to 8 months of me, saying, oh, I'm doing everything wrong because I'm not jumping on the virally popular game. And then when I play it, it doesn't work. So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? No matter what. Like, well, I don't know what to tell you then, you know? It's just so hilarious that people don't listen. You know, it's because of me, right? It's because I'm an idiot and no one believes anything that I say. And everyone thinks that I'm just some kind of a moron who doesn't know anything about gaming or my own audience or anything, right? I'm just an idiot. So anything I say, just completely write it off as if, you know, as if it has nothing to do with anything, right? No, it's just stupidity, right? It's just listen to me. I know what's going to happen if I play these certain kind of games. That's why I completely did not play Baldur's Gate 3 in September. Imagine if I played Baldur's Gate 3 in September and I had this audience yelling and screaming for me to play it constantly and I played none of the new games of the fall. Can you imagine that? And that's what would have happened. And then people give me shit. Why'd you play it in December? It was too late. And it's like, you're an idiot. No, literally, you're an idiot. If you said that, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Same thing here. People are like, oh, you played Helldivers 2 too late. You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot for saying that. You're just a complete moron making an excuse for the fact that now that I'm playing the game and it hasn't blown up on my channel, oh, well, that's the excuse is because you played it 2 months too late. No, you're just a fucking moron who makes an excuse for every possible thing that I say to act like you know better. You don't know shit. You're a dunce, okay? I knew it wasn't going to work on this channel. I told you that up front, that it's not the kind of content I make. But people don't fucking listen. They just want what's popular. It's every time one of these viral things happens, I call it out and I say, I'm telling you, it's just not going to work. And then people don't listen to me. And it's just like... So anyway, he pissed off.
Listen how mad he is, bro. What happened? Grumpy old man, bro. Why are you so mad, bro?
We really have to figure
out. What are you
out
mad about, bro? You have a beautiful BBW wife.
Okay, I'm not sure.
And
what
a fucking unique cat.
You know, this is many years later. I'm not sure what kind of rage-inducing games. By the way, there's a ton of trolls in the chat today, like a ridiculous amount. I don't know why today particularly there's this many, but they even started before the podcast even turned on. So if you guys see me doing a lot of moderation, that's what it is. Like, there's just a ton of them in there. They're fucking really going at it, too. They're just morons.
So, once again, right, we have a situation where Phil has his platform. Phil is in full control of that platform. Phil puts it in a situation where it's in the viewer's hands. And he ruins it because he thinks that trolls are trying to take over. That trolls are specifically making him pick something that's going to make his audience give him less money. So instead of you just doing the shit, instead of you just taking the shit out and not doing it and then just saying, haha, when the time comes to you to do the react, you're sitting here on your soapbox bitching to everyone about how the trolls run your fucking life. You're sitting here letting your audience know why specifically you do not give them what they want, because you are so fucking obsessed with trolling. Why doesn't anybody ever cover this shit? Why doesn't anybody ever cover the fact this man really goes out of his way and takes trolling as serious as some people would take a death threat, as some people would take fucking, like, you know, getting shot at, as some people would take a robbery? He treats it with the same gravitas. He's allowed people to manipulate what he does because he's so obsessed with what people say and think about him. He does this for every single fucking poll, Steve. He puts out the poll knowing he wants to do something. Instead of him just doing it and just telling his audience, like, hey, I want to do this, he puts the poll out to make them feel like it's the stuff that, like, some chicks do. Like, you ever seen, like, when, like, some chicks, like, they don't want you, like, they like you, or they want to talk to you, but they don't outright tell you. They, like, they create an opportunity for you to talk to them, so that way it could be like you came up to them, not the other way around. That's like the shit that he does. That shit is weird. And all this for, like, what? Video games. Fucking video games. Just play the fucking game. But once again, it's just, you're just going out of your way to let people know that trolls run your life.
No, EA, your managers are terrible and need to be fired.
Okay.
Just like the people in charge of Ubisoft are terrible and they need to be fired. And the people in charge of Activision Blizzard are terrible and they need to be fired.
Fire everybody.
And Phil Spencer is a horrible
Fuck
leader
all
for
of
Xbox
y'all, bro.
and he needs to be fired.
Fire the whole
all
industry.
the people in charge right
They're
now
all
gaming
some hoes,
are
man.
terrible. They're all making completely the wrong decisions. All of them. And the industry is in a downturn. You're the reason.
Hell yeah, brother.
You're the ones in charge of the industry. It's not us that determines
Y'all see that shit?
the industry. It's you. You make the games. So if you're not making the good games that people will go out and spend money on, whose fault is that exactly? The consumers or yours? You're
It's
in
your
charge.
fault,
You're
bro.
dropping the ball.
You're the
And
one.
you're blaming the consumers.
You're the one. Don't
right?
you get it?
Like, it's
Wake
our
up.
fault the Dead Space remake only sold 1 million copies.
Can't you see
What?
it? It's you.
How is it our fault? It's our fault Immortals of Avium flopped. You didn't even market the game. No one even knew it existed, and you released it at Baldur's Gate 3's release week. Are you stupid? And that means we did hit the tier 1 tips goal for today, so thank you, Voland. I really appreciate that. Anything further would be greatly appreciated. Satan says, hope you have a hell of a day off. Well, thank you, Satan. Good evening, Mr. Sandman. There was no anniversary dinner. We had curry, Japanese curry. We're having a day out tomorrow to celebrate our wedding anniversary. Thank you, Dr. Hobby. Yes, tomorrow my wife and I are going to go out and do quite a few things. We've been talking about it today, about what we're going to do. So we're going to finally have a nice day. And the good thing is tomorrow, outside of having to grocery shop, which we have to do every day off, we don't have any appointments. We don't have to do any kind of restock trips. We're not going to Costco. We're just going to go out and have some fun together, which is nice. First contribution of the night has come in. Let's take a look. It's a $1 tip from Kirk. Okay. Time for a break. We'll be back with more Alone in the Dark. Okay. Guys, I have to pee. So I am going to go pee. Now listen up. Please, tonight, if you like my content, please support the stream. Doesn't even matter if particularly you like this game. Please support the stream. This is my final stream of the week. It would be great to have it be a good one. Right now, I have $3, and they're all from Kirk. That's it. Literally nothing. No memberships, no gifted memberships, no super chats, just $3 from Kirk. So, there's lots of you here. All right? It would be great if you like the content, if you could support it. I'm only doing a few streams of this to wrap it up through the second half. We're almost done, actually. I think right now we're more than halfway through my first run. Whereas we get to chapter 4, we're in the home stretch. So, and I think we're going to get to chapter 4 tonight, actually. So, please support it. I'll be right back. I just got to use the bathroom. Much better. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, people, the whole time I played this game, were saying you should make it a night stream. Well, guess what? I made it a night stream, and look at what's happened, right? This is why I didn't have this as a night stream, because I try to bring in more viewership by having games like this be a day stream. This game would have probably been a dead playthrough, sadly, if I played it as night streams. I knew that, too, from the get-go, which is why I played the first run fully on the daytime shift, so. All right, guys, please support the stream if you can tonight. I'm not going to keep bringing it up, but, man, it would be great to get some more support. Thank you. I couldn't talk to you because we were in the middle of an action-packed segment, right? Fighting off all those guys. But thank you so very much for the $10 tip. That will get us up to $24 in tips tonight in support. Thank you. That's what we've got tonight. That's it. Nothing else to shout out. No super chats. That's why there's nothing on the leaderboard. Thank you guys for that. I'm still going to be going for about another hour here tonight, FYI. Okay? There's been a reinvigoration. There's more attendance on the streams. People seem to be more engaged with the content again. This is good. I'm building the channel back up. What I need to do. Because we were on a bad downward trend for 2.5 months with too much RPGs. So we're getting there and progress is being made. Thank you for that.
He looks fat. He looks fat. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw a belly. A belly. Like when he took a deep breath, his belly bounced. That kind of belly. I mean, damn. Damn. I wasn't going to touch on this because I was embarrassed for him. He's fat. Like Austin Powers, fat bastard. Like, get in my belly. That's what I saw. So he's addicted to food. It's got to be. I'm speculating, but it's got to be. It's got to be that. It's got to change. It's got to change. Come on, man. Come on, man. You can be a dominant force in this game.